good morning, family. How is everyone doing this wonderful, let me say, Tuesday, Monday morning? How is that? Happy Tuesday, Monday morning to you, family. Well, it's Tuesday here, and it's Talk to People Tuesday, and we are here to get ready for another brand new week here at Team Network. We want to also stop for a moment and honor Memorial Day. Praise God for those soldiers and troops who are fighting for our country and who have already fought for our country. We honor and respect you in such a high manner. Thank you so very much. And all your family members that's listening has been in the Army and the service. We salute you this morning. Well, family, you have dialed into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call where you will hear things that will move you from fact to faith to action. Great, wonderful, miraculous things are happening. And Team Effort Network, we are getting wonderful stories and reports every day just about. I received some wonderful text messages this weekend from customers of mine that I have taken the vitamin sprays, and they're giving me such wonderful reports. It's such a good thing to hear when a friend or an associate or a new person that you meet, you introduce the vitamin sprays to, and they send you a text message saying, wow, this stuff is incredible. It really does work, and that's such a good feeling. Well, this is the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, family. The line is open. Who's with me this morning? Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Hi, this is Sue from South Jersey.
Hi, you said Sue from South Jersey?
Yes, hi.
Oh, hey, Sue, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, girl. We got to get you back here in MD real soon.
I will be there next Thursday.
We're looking forward to it, Sue. Thank you. We had such a great time with you last week.
That was fabulous.
It was wonderful. How is Karen doing?
She's doing great.
Well, thank you for being with us this morning. We are definitely looking forward to seeing you on, you said, next Thursday?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Sue.
Sandy going.
Well, hey, Sandy, Slim, Trim Goins. How are you?
Good morning. Better than blessed.
Woo, girl, go ahead and put it out there. I'm talking about Sandy.
All
right. Good to hear you this morning.
Thank you.
Come and with us.
Okay. How do you say look different?
Who's that with us? Keep it coming, family. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Good morning, Pastor Denise. This is Maria from San Ramon, California.
Good morning, Maria. How are you?
Doing good.
Wonderful, Maria. We have to have you on the call one morning as a guest speaker so you can let us know what's happening there in California.
Sure. Let me know when, and that should be available.
I want you to send me a message on Facebook so I can connect with you. Can you give me your number, and I'll give you a call, okay?
Okay, yeah. I'll do that today then.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Keep it coming, family. Who's with us this morning? Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
DC in the house. DC in the house.
All right, Robert. What's going on, Robert?
I'm out and about, working it out.
Out and about sharing those vitamin sprays, Robert.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Still taking your trim by 10.
Oh yeah, had some this morning. Feeling good.
Feeling good.
How about that?
Keep it coming, family. Who's with us? Go right ahead. Introduce yourself.
Marsha from Atlanta.
Hi, Marsha. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now, look, I understand, was Vicki Soto with you this weekend?
I didn't hear you.
Were you with Vicki Soto this weekend? I know Vicki was in Atlanta this weekend, right?
Yes, I didn't get a chance to see Vicki.
Ooh, Marsha. We have to send her back so we can meet her. Okay. Now we have to send her all the way back to her again just so Marsha can meet her. How about that?
That sounds good.
Well, thank you for being with us this morning, Marsha.
Thank you.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Family, it's a wonderful Tuesday morning. We had a beautiful weekend. I received some wonderful text messaging over the weekend. I think if y'all remember, Janice Moore had given us a little tip on how to go through your phone. I mean, we've been told over and over again how to use your phone and go through it and invite people to a TTP or to a three-way call or just to share the sprays with. And I took her advice and I sent out a message to one of my friends I hadn't spoken to in quite some time. And he responded, he called me back and immediately wanted to start on the vitamin sprays. He's only been on the sprays now for about 3 weeks. And I got a text message from him this weekend. And his text message said, "This stuff is incredible. I have already lost 10 pounds. He has lost 10 pounds, and he is excited. He said, I feel so good. He said, I can't. He said, I've just never felt this good before. And he also said, another thing I noticed, he said, I'm not dieting anymore. He said, I've been on all these diets. He said, I've stopped all the dieting. All I'm doing now is the sprays, and I feel really good. So it's just such a good report to get from him. And as you all know, you're experiencing that as well, as you're sharing the sprays and your customers or your prospects or your new business partners come to you within a week or two, giving their wonderful story and their wonderful report. And it's just such a great feeling. So I'm going to have him on the call. He's busy out in Ocean City right now renovating a building, but he's promised to come on the call and share his testimony with us because it's just a wonderful story to hear. Well, family, we normally have Coach Nikisha Bond on the call with us on Mondays. But as you know, we honored Mondays with Memorial Day with our troops and our soldiers. And we still realize we cannot make it through the week without hearing from our Coach Nikisha Bond. But guess what she decided to do? She decided to bring Monday to Tuesday. So let's welcome to the call Coach Nikisha Bond. Nikisha, are you there?
Woohoo! Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Nikisha. How are you this Tuesday morning?
This Tuesday morning, I am doing well, very well rested after the weekend, so that's good. I had to take a day off just to recuperate, so getting excited for our big event that we have coming up next weekend. So we're super excited over here on the West Coast.
Wow.
We're bringing them in by the drove fools.
That's right. Well, what do you have for us today?
Well, Pastor Denise, I wanted to do a little bit of house cleaning. Now, I know sometimes it feels like, well, at least to me, because we've been doing this for a while, we hear the same things over and over again, but you never know when you might say the same thing another time and people are in a different position and hopefully they hear it differently. And really the reason for this training, we're going to be talking about follow-up, and why I think it's so important is because I have to tell you guys, I have to be really honest with you guys, I get calls all the time, and I'm not over-exaggerating, of people who have tried the sprays, tried the product, and are trying to find a way to purchase it. Now, we've been very fortunate. We've done a lot of marketing. So, my personal website comes up on one of Google's first pages, which is really, really good. But it just means that there's two things that I'm hearing. One is that we're reaching out to people, and we are absolutely touching a lot of lives. But number two, we are not telling people how they can get back in contact with us, how they can get these products again. And, I will take your sales. I'll tell you this, Tim family, I will take your sales, but I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it at all. And so I want to talk a little bit about why follow-up is so important. It's one of those things, we hear it all the time. The fortune is in the follow-up. Make sure you follow up. Don't forget to follow up. And we're just going to expand on that a little bit because I tell you something. You guys are out there. I can tell you are out there and you are marketing this product. But we just need to do some of those little things so that you can make sure you're getting that repeat sale. This is the great thing about this is a consumable product, which means that follow-up is going to be even more important for you because people need to use this product. They're going to run out of this product eventually. And if you're not following up with people, sometimes people will just forget. I mean, you just heard the story that Pastor Denise says. She just reached out to him after not talking to him for a long time, and he wanted to buy the sprays. But maybe he's seen her Facebook post. Maybe he's, had a message from her or two. But now with her persistent follow-up, now he's like, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll try that. Pastor Denise, what's that verse in the Bible where it says, that guy came knocking at that dude's door and kept knocking in the middle of the night. He said, you know what? I'm going to give you some bread, not because you're my friend, but because of your importunity. Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people will buy from you just because they know you're going to call them again. It's like, let me just go ahead and buy this. I tell you guys, that's how I got into this business. I was asked over 9 times to get into this business. 9, verbal, direct asking and me saying, absolutely not. I'm not interested. I've done network marketing. I'm not really interested in that. I don't even want to see it. 9 times. And the only reason that I went was because she wouldn't stop asking me. I was like, if I just go, spend an hour of my time, go to this meeting, then she'll have to leave me alone, because at least then when I say no, I've seen it and I know what I'm saying no to. And of course, that was the opportunity that changed my life. And so that's why we're going to talk about follow-up today. But why don't people follow up? I think most importantly, and this is kind of weird, as business owners, I think people are afraid of what they're going to hear. Sometimes people think that, I've reached out to this person, I've given them the spray, and they didn't get back to me. And we pout, and we kind of feel like, well, that means that they're not interested because they didn't get back to me. Well, how do you know they're not interested? You didn't follow up with them. People are busy. We're busy. We're always getting distracted by all sorts of different things. So it's easy for someone to try the sprays or to hear about this opportunity and then to move on to the next thing that's trying to grab their attention. Another reason why people don't follow up is they don't want to appear pushy. And a lot of that comes from tone rather than actual follow-up. But sometimes we think of those pushy salesmen who just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. So you're just broken down and you walk away with buyer's remorse. But that's not really follow-up, and we'll talk a little bit about what follow-up is. But a lot of people are afraid to appear too pushy. People are busy. We're always busy, and sometimes we just forget. And a lot of people, I think, most importantly, just don't realize how important it is. And I'm really going to lay that groundwork down, and they give you some tools that are going to help you do that. But really, follow-up is crucial, and timing is so important, especially with this opportunity, because this opportunity, it sounds the best when it's mixed with the right timing in someone's life. Even though I said no 9 times, I was still open to an opportunity. I still knew that I wanted something exciting, some product that I could believe in, a company that I could partner with, where you feel like you're a part of the team and not just another number. And that's what we find here at Team Effort Network. But it sounds the best when it's the right timing in someone else's life. And here's the thing. You can meet someone today, and this is what I think is happening to a lot of you guys. You're meeting someone today, and then 2 or 3 months from now, they get into a different position with their income or their health, and they start going and searching and saying, man, I remember that person who gave me that spray. That was a really cool idea. Who was that? And they're trying to figure it out. So they go online and they try and find someone, and they can't remember you, or they can't find you, or you haven't followed up with them. And so then they're reaching out to someone else because, like I said, as soon as you can get that right timing in someone's life, this opportunity sounds absolutely magical. So timing is a crucial factor as to why we have to follow up. Another important thing is it builds rapport. This is really about relationship marketing. Follow-up is not just about selling. It's about building relationships and allowing the sale to happen. Here's the thing. How much more important does some information sound when it comes from someone that you care about? Right? If you have someone who is in your life and they introduce something and you don't know anything about them, you have no idea what their motives are behind them. But if you find someone who's in this business and they're saying, you know what, I just want you to try the sprays. Here, try it for free. I don't care. Just take this. You just need to have this in your life. It's changed my life. Here's how it's changed my life and how it's changed my friend's life. See how much more important that sounds when people feel like you're building a relationship with them versus saying, I have these vitamin sprays and you should buy them. It's really, really important that remember this is all about building those relationships. And as you follow up with people, especially people that you're meeting out in the cold market, you're going to have more than one exposure because most people don't buy the first time that they meet you. And so you're going to have those repeat exposures, and those repeat exposures about people getting to know you, know your business, know your professionalism, and really just know that you care about them. And remember, number 3, people aren't just buying a product, they're buying you. And a lot of times people can't just know you off the first time. Hey, listen, if I'm going to meet you and I've never met you before and you want me to spray something in your mouth, I need to know you. We need to be a little bit intimate. You want me to spray something in my mouth. That's just me. That's just Nikisha Vaughn, but that's a lot of people out there too. They want to get to know you. And so people aren't just buying the products. They're buying you. Who are you? Can I trust you? Are you a person of your word? Do you do the things that you say you're going to do? Especially when you're reaching out into the cold market, which I know a lot of you guys are. It also builds trust. It shows that you do what you're supposed to do, and really it makes people feel special and appreciated when you follow up with them. I can't tell you how few times I get followed up with, but the times that I do, every time they call me, the first thing they think is, oh, I'm glad you called me. I totally forgot. I wanted to do, and then I launched into how whatever they're offering me is something that I was looking for anyway. And so that's why follow-up is so crucial. You're really laying that foundation to build on this business relationship. And when you can separate yourself from the competition, that's just going to give you an edge up. We were first to market, and we were the first people to market, and we still have products that are very exclusive to 10. But there is competition out there, ladies and gentlemen. And when people have a choice, what is the one thing you can beat them out on? It's always going to be your service, and that's something as a business owner you can control, and it doesn't cost you that much more money. But here's some statistics. For those of you guys who really like numbers, let me give you some numbers. Okay, 67% of the people who say no to you today will buy within a year. That means that out of the 10 people that you run into, 7 of them are going to buy within a year, even though they might not buy that first day. 80% of the leads that you consider dead, will buy within 2 years. That means that you can meet someone now and they don't buy from you from 2 years to now. And I can't tell you how frequently that happens. I'll be posting and posting and posting, and I'll reach out to someone that I haven't talked to in maybe 6 months, and they're like, yeah, I want to try that product I saw you posting. And I'm like, that product I told you about 8 months ago? Okay, sure. But now they're just not coming around. It surprises me, but these are statistics. And 81% of sales are closed on the 5th call. That means that people have called not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times. And I think the updated statistic I saw was about 7 or 8. And a lot of times that has to do with just all the distractions. People are distracted. They can talk to you this morning and have 50 other encounters by the time they end the day. And now you want them to remember to find your card and go back to you and call you from something that they found earlier that day. A lot of times people just forget. And so that's why it's so important. And here's something that I found really, really interesting. Getting business from a new customer can consume 100% of your marketing costs, but it's only about 15% of your marketing budget to secure additional business from existing customers. What does that mean? That means that we have a consumable product, ladies and gentlemen. People who have tried your product once are going to be easier to buy from you a second time than it is to go out there and find a whole new customer to buy from. How many people have you sold a spray to that you follow up with them every 30 days after their spray runs out? If you're not following up with them, you're losing sales. Where are they going if they absolutely need those sprays? You guys heard about the trim. You see the amazing postings that you see online. People have got to have it. And if you can't give it to them, they will find a way to get it. And you don't want to lose out on that sale just because you forgot to call them back. So when is it important for us to call them back? Well, you definitely want to call after an exposure, 24 to 48 hours after a business exposure, or you give them the product. We have some amazing products that you can actually feel results right away. People who are taking the B-Boost, they're going to feel more energy. Call them back in a couple of days and say, hey, how's that B-Boost working out for you? Are you having more energy at the end of the day? Just checking in with you. Slim by 10, do you notice that your cravings are getting under control? Maybe they don't see weight loss in the first couple of days, but they can immediately start to feel that they're not as hungry, that they don't crave those bad foods as much anymore. People who are taking the vitamin D, they're going to feel just more energy, just overall, better health. When you take your Spider-Man spray, when you take the Trim by 10, these are things that within 24 to 48 hours, you can see immediate results. And you just want to be following up with people and ask them about that. How are you feeling? What's the spray doing for you? Don't be afraid. Some people you might call somebody back and they might say, well, you know what? I don't notice anything. Then you can talk to them about their dosage. When are they taking the sprays? What are they eating? What are they drinking? How many of the sprays are they taking? You can follow up and kind of be like a health coach or consultant to them, because you really are the expert, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are on this call every single day. Maybe it's your first time getting on this call. You will be on this call every single day. Being on these calls gives you lots of insights. We have so many amazing leaders teaching so many amazing things. And you can go back and share that information with your client, and that just positions you as an expert. Another time we should follow up is 30 days after a retail sale. We should always be making sure that they reorder. People are going to see better results the longer they're on the product. And I always tell people, usually the sicker someone is, the quicker they feel results. But you have someone who's relatively healthy, it may take them a while to recognize what difference they feel in their body. And that's something that's really, really important to tell people, because sometimes people are thinking of those immediate, crazy effects. And sometimes they will see immediate crazy effects, but sometimes they will take a while for them to even notice what's changed in their body. For example, when I started taking the sprays, it took me a while to realize that my acid reflux had gotten under control because I had just lived with it for so long and, found ways to cope with it that I didn't really notice that I hadn't been taking antacid pills, that I hadn't been waking up in the middle of the night searching for some milk. So it took me a while to even recognize that. And that's something you can bring to your client's attention too. But you want to make sure that 30 days after a retail sale that you are following up and suggesting them getting on an auto ship, increasing their sprays, introducing them to the trim. This is a great opportunity to mention the auto ship, because here's something, ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love about this compensation plan. Because we have a dual core double binary, even if you get someone and they only want to use the products, they don't want to do their business, they just want to use the products and they want to save money, you can always get them on an auto ship order, because that gives you points for your back office, that increases your residual income, that gets you quicker to your car bonus. So that's okay too. You want to make sure that people who are buying sprays who maybe aren't interested in the business, get them on an auto ship, because that increases your business too. And then you have a drip file. These are people that you're just going to circle back with every 3 to 6 months. Maybe they have a delayed decision. Maybe you want to tell them about the trend because you haven't talked to them in a while. You have a new product. Maybe you want to tell them about an upcoming event that's coming up. These are just people that you're going to drip information to. Hey, I found this great article on vitamin D and how important it is to the body. I know you said cancer runs in your family. Here, read this article. And then give them a link where they can get the vitamin D for you or how they can contact with you. That's another thing, call to action. And we'll talk a little bit about that. A call to action is just making sure that whatever you post, whatever you share, whatever you're telling people, you give them a way that they can reach you and contact you and order those sprays from you. Whether you want them to send you an email or you want them to go to your personal website and order, whatever it is, tell people how they can get more of these sprays into their hands. Now, here's some low-cost follow-up solutions. So we talked a little bit. We can always do your own regular funnel, which is create a customer profile for people. This is one that I really like. This way you can have all their information for you at a glance. What products did they order? What are they interested in? Are they really just more focused on the products? What do they do? How many kids do they have? Just things that have happened throughout your conversations. So you don't have to remember everything. You just write it down. And then you get a folder, number it 1 to 31. And then after you contact someone, say, hey, I'll follow up with you on Tuesday, which, I don't know, is that the 30th? Then you would put them in 30. And then on the day 30, you would go into that file, you pull out all those people, and then just follow up with them. That's your own cheap, very cheap, low-cost follow-up solution that you can do. Create a customer profile, you get a number of folders, 1 through 31, and then whatever day you're talking to them, the next day that you're going to follow up with them, put them in that folder, pull them out on that day, and then just follow up with them. Very easy, low-cost solution. And now you're contacting them on a constant basis, which will make them more memorable, memorable. Excuse me. The next one is, how about developing email campaigns and newsletters? Email campaigns and newsletters. I feel like I got something in my throat. And you can use services like Constant Contact, MailChimp, iContact. I'll put a link on Facebook where there's a couple of reviews of different services that you can use. But basically, when you meet someone, you get their email address, and then you put them into a digital funnel. You put them into your contact list, and you send out an email, maybe once a week or a couple times a month, and just tell people about products or link people to different websites or tell them how important vitamin D is or B-Boost is. And all you're doing is just that repetition. They're seeing you more and more often. Okay, I see you. Okay, I remember. And now you're driving them to get those sales. You're driving them to say, here, contact me here. Give me a phone call. Another great thing to do, here's a really quick and easy tip. Everybody knows, well, maybe you don't know, so I'll tell you if you don't know. We all have our own Team Effort Network website. It's teameffortnetwork.biz/whatever your ID number is. Well, maybe that's too long for you to remember. You can go to like GoDaddy.com and you can purchase a domain name. I think they're having the Labor Day sale where you can get 1 year for 99 cents and get the second year for $14.99. So it's like $15 for 2 years. You'll own a domain name. You go into your back office, you do a URL forwarding, and basically you can take a really cool name like maybe Spray Vitamins and Go Rich, or sprayvitamins.com, or Nikisha Spray Vitamins, whatever you want to call it. Do a URL forwarding so that when people type in that name, they get forwarded to your Team Effort Network website. And that might be easier for people to remember, because sometimes people won't remember your ID number, but they can remember something that's really quick and easy. And that's good for your email campaigns too, because now you'll have this URL that you can use on your business cards, that you can use on your email campaign, just driving traffic over to that website so they can get more information and order order from you or buy some products from you or join your organization. So email campaigns are really, really great. And a lot of times they have newsletters that you can do too. People love newsletters, provided there's lots of pictures and not too many words. People love newsletters. And again, it's all about the same thing. It's about seeing you again and again and again and putting you in a person's mind so that they can remember, oh, yes, I did mean to order from you. Another marketing campaign that I really, really love is text marketing. This is super, super cool. So have you ever heard of someone say, oh, text this name, text, spray vitamins to 12345. And when you do that, you automatically get a response. And then someone will just keep sending you a text message when they have promotions or when they have sales. Those are super, super cool. They're really, really easy because if you're at an event, you can tell everybody, get out your phone, text vitamins to this number, and you will automatically get all their phone information, all their contact information, and you can send out blasts to them on their text messages, or you can just take that list, put them into another autoresponder, and then respond to them via email or via text message. Super, super cool. The one that I use is called E as in elephant, Z as in zebra, texting.com. There's a couple more that I'll post on Facebook so that you guys can see them. It's a little bit more expensive than the email campaigns, but very, very effective. Why? Text messages go straight to people's phones. And I was talking to my husband this weekend, and I was saying I normally turn off the notifications on my phone because it's dinging every minute, and it makes me really distracted, and I just feel that compulsive need to check my emails. And I asked him, I'm like, how come his phone is always dinging and ringing and jingling? And he's like, I never check any of those, but my text messages I always check because those are the people who really, really want me. So even he's admitting that. I hear all these messages from emails and social media, but if it's a text message, people see it right away, which is probably why it's more expensive to market to people on text messages. They have an easier ability to stop those notifications, but it's also a great way to get very personal with people and be able to contact directly on their phone on a system that they probably will open up. So here are some tips before we leave. Remember, call to action. We're posting information, we're sharing, but where do you want people to go? What do you want them to do? It's great to post some informational stuff, but what can they do with that? How can they order the sprays from you? How do you want them to contact you? It's always important to put that in there. And remember, you're not selling what you have. You're not selling spray vitamins. You're selling what people need. And when you think of it that way, when you think of this is something that someone needs, you hear people all the time, and they're hurting. They're really, really hurting. Everybody I talk to about these sprays is really in some type of a jam. They're hurting. And so if they need this, you need to follow up with them until they get this in their system and they can feel better. They'll thank you for it. I'm so thankful that she followed up with me 9 times, and she's like, I would have followed up with you 9 more times. And I know Pastor Denise has a similar story of people who say the same thing about her. So glad she followed up with me because I was so busy and so distracted in my own life. I didn't know I needed to hear this information, but at least she knew, and she kept coming after me. And I'm really thankful that she did. So when we think of follow-up, we shouldn't think about bugging people. We should think about, you need this, and I'm going to just help you see that you need this. And so when you think of it that way, that people need what you have, it's very easy to follow up with them because if they need something, you want to make sure that they get it. So I hope that this has blessed someone. I hope that this tells someone, hey, maybe I need to get out there and follow up. Another tip that I do that's really cool, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have an Android phone. That's not the important thing, but I don't know about Apple, but I know on Android they have this. There's called a scheduled text messaging feature. And so a lot of times late at night, that's when I'll really think about needing to contact somebody. It's like 12 o'clock at night. So you can't text somebody at 12 o'clock at night, right? People think something's wrong. And so what I do is I'll go and I'll write up my text messages and I'll schedule them to go out the next morning, which is something that I can do all day long. And that's really, really cool because now whenever I think of somebody, even if it's not an appropriate time to contact them, I'll write up the text message. I'll schedule it to go out like 10:30 or 9:30 the next following morning. And then it automatically sends it and I never have to think about it. So these little tips and tricks that you can see all the time just help our lives to get easier. But most importantly, if you take nothing away from this, just remember that you need to follow up with people, and it's about building relationships. It's about getting those exposures so that you can close that sale. All right, back to you, Pastor Denise.
Wow. Nikisha, you really paint a picture of how you can really run a multi-million-dollar business with just you alone and technology. Technology will make it appear as though you have 20 or 30 or 40, 50 people working for you. I mean, everything that you share with the easy texting and with the scheduled text messages and everything that is reaching out, your customers, your clients. It really seems like you can just really run a wonderful business just using the technology that's offered. And some of the technology services are free. Some of them are just simply free. And you just need to look into those, and they're just as effective. But I love what you said at the beginning, and I think that this is amazing right here. When you said that 67% of the people that tell you no will buy from you within a year. That's something that can't be overlooked. 67% of the people that you approach in regard to your business that tell you no will say yes within that same year. If that doesn't tell you the power of follow-up, I don't know what will. So everyone that you've spoken to, if it's been a while, 3, 4, 5, or 6 months, I would suggest that you reach out to them again, especially if they've been following you on social media and you've been doing your part as far as getting the word out in regards to Team Effort Network and the vitamin sprays and the Trim by 10. The email list, Nikisha, you spoke about. One thing that I created when I started getting customers from my online service, I do have a website where people can actually order the vitamin spray from me online. Now, corporate gives you your own. Yes, they give you what is that? They give you website, a website where you can go to and people can see what the sprays are about, what the company's about, the compensation plan. Everything is on the teammethodnetwork.biz corporate page / your member ID number, and the contact information will be yours. So yes, that's your website to get information out. But what if you wanted to have a website where people can actually order this spray from you online? Well, then this is what Nikisha Bond helped me to do. She helped me to get my very own website where people can actually order sprays from me online. So if you don't have a website where people can order sprays from you online, I suggest that you reach out to Nikisha, and she will help you with that. I noticed that Lloyd Gibson has a wonderful website, Nikisha, that you put together for him, and he's just getting all kind of responses from his website, and he's taking advantage of that. So that's just something you're going to need to do. People are going to want to order the sprays from you online, so that way in the privacy of their home, they can sit and go through your product and look at it and click and order whatever it is that they want. But when I started getting online orders, I started making an email list from everyone that was going to my site and placing orders. So with that email list, I send out a reminder to my online customers every 3 to 6 weeks, to make sure they have their sprays in stock, making sure they have them on their sprays. A little bit of write-up on each spray, what it is, what it do, and that's just along with the link, and they can go ahead and click and order. So you have to stay in touch with your customers that are taking the sprays, because those customers will eventually turn into business partners, or they're going to turn into someone that's going to refer a lot of customers to you. Isn't that right, Nikisha?
Absolutely, Pastor Denise. This is the age, I don't know if people have read, I can't think of the name, The Popcorn Effect, but it's basically talking about how people, in the 20th century were cocooning, and we stay indoors a lot more. We don't want to go out as much as we used to. We like to stay in our own little bubble surrounded by things that make us feel really comfortable. And so, when you have an online presence, it just makes it easier for people to access the information that you're telling them. Because a lot of times people need time to think. And so they want to go back and do some research. They want to see some more information. And then ultimately they want to be able to buy whenever they want to be able to buy. And most people, ironically enough, love to buy in the middle of the night, because I'll wake up in the morning, same as you, Pastor Denise, with a lot of sales early in the morning. So people just have different buying habits than they did before. And so it's really, really important for everyone to have an online presence. And if technology is overwhelming for you and you want someone to help you, go to nikishavarn.com. I'll be happy to guide you through getting your website set up. Or you can also do it yourself. I use a very easy program called Wix.com, Wix.com. A lot of people have heard of it. It's a drop and drag system that you can set up an e-commerce site for yourself relatively easily. So, a lot of people get overwhelmed with technology, and I always tell people, take it small, take it slow. do what you can, do what you know. Start with the free services. The great thing about free services out there, ladies and gentlemen, is that you can try it, see if it's a match for your technical skills before you invest in it. A lot of times you'll get out there and there's lots of very savvy salesmen who will push you into getting this, get this, get this, get this. But see if you can try it for yourself, and try it for yourself first and then go and purchase the service. So that's the biggest tip that I can give you. But you're right, Pastor Dave, having an online presence, allowing people to order sprays online, because this is one of those businesses that people see a few testimonials, they see a few videos, and they're ready to buy, even if they don't know anything about the product, even if they don't know anything about you. There are a lot of people who are just willing to try the products, and here's why. Because they've tried so many things that have failed them, they're just hoping that something will work. And they're like, oh, high absorption, high-quality premium ingredients, I think it'll work. Let me go ahead and try that. So back to you, Pastor Nisha. You're absolutely right.
And remember, you have your clientele person. You have your own followers on Facebook. You have your own followers on network on social media. You have your family, your friends, your guest people that you're connected to that's looking at you. They don't really want to see what Pastor Denise is doing. They want to see what you're doing, how it's working for you. So you have to market and advertise on social media. And you may say, well, I don't know how to put slides together, or I don't know what to say, or I don't know how to put pictures on social media. Well, family, that is the reason we have Team Effort Network corporate page. If you go to Team Effort Network corporate page, we said last week, go there. Don't just like it, but write a comment and then share. Share the videos, share the pictures, and customize it to you. Once you share it, you want to type in the comment with the, suggestions that you want to say. That's when you type in your information, like Nikisha said, the call to action, give me a call or go to this website or, whatever you want to say, that's the call to action. Click and share whatever is on Team Effort Network corporate page. I have a lot of wonderful flyers that's on my Facebook page. You can take it. Make sure you change information to your contact information. Take mine off. Nikisha Bond is forever putting posters and flyers out there, as well as Vicky Soto. So you don't have to be a designer. All you got to do is go to the different pages, especially the Team Effort Network corporate page, and just click what's coming directly from corporate and customize it to your information. Put your name and your contact information on there, and you'll have something posted every day on your site. You'll be sharing something every day because every day there's something being updated on the Team Effort Network corporate page. So take advantage of that. And remember, don't advertise your business on someone else's personal page. Remember, they're trying to get their customers themselves. So don't put your contact information on someone else's page. Just take the flyers that they have on their page and put that on your page, and then get your contact information so your customers can follow. Because Nikisha says your customers are calling me, ordering sprays because you're not giving them your contact information. You may be putting it out there, but you're not giving a call to action. How do they reach you? How do they order the sprays from you? And that's what you want to be careful doing. Right, Coach Nikisha Bond? Great information, family. This is a wonderful business, and how you market it and how you present it is so very important. I think every day there's so many of us, so many of us that's in Team Effort Network. I mean, from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Mid-East, around the region. And every day, family, every day we get all of us, and this is a team effort. Remember, this is the team effort, the teamwork that makes the dream work. Just like Pat Bill is always saying, we're building a brand, family. We're building a brand. If all of us join together every day, not just every now and then, once a week, but every day, please go to the Team Effort Network corporate page and comment, like, and share. Share the information because many of us have shared. That's how often that picture or that logo or the Team Effort spray or the vitamin spray or the trim, that's how often it's going to appear on social media. And people are going to begin to say, what in the world is this 10 vitamin sprays? It just keeps popping up all over social media. That's how you get out there. That's how you get it out there. Everybody becomes a part of the vision. Everybody take a call to action. Everybody comment, click, and share what's on there, and people are going to start saying, this is really amazing. Everybody's doing 10. Everybody's doing 10. I need to get me some 10. So this is how we do it then. I'm excited. Yeah, I can tell when I get excited. I just go on and on. All right, so let me cut it off. And I heard somebody say, all right, Denise, be quiet. Okay. I'm going to be quiet. But I'm excited about where we're going. You know where we're going in 18 months, family. You know what Melville said. We are hitting there, and it's coming fast. It's going to be here before you realize it. So get excited, and stay excited because we are going there full speed ahead. Well, let's reach out to Atlanta, Georgia, to see if our big brother, Dr. Kevin Vaughn, is back with us this week. Dr. Vaughn, are you there, sir? Kevin Vaughn, are you there? And if not, we're going to reach out to Dr. Nita Poole in the UK. Dr. Nita Poole, are you there this morning to give us our quote for today?
Yes, I'm here. I know it's been, probably been a bit of a busy and a sad time for Kevin and his family with everything with his mother. So, Kevin, if you can't unmute wherever you are, we love you. We're thinking of you, and all our good wishes to all your family. And I'm sure Kevin will be back on the call, as soon as he can. I know he's so excited. That wonderful video that he posted, a couple of seconds, it was so full of excitement. It was absolutely fantastic seeing his trim arrive. And you two ladies, you are on a roll with excitement. Wow. And Nikisha's points, it's so important for right now, because you've got something huge to be able to go back to all the people who weren't sure, who didn't have the time to have a look, who were just too busy, or they just didn't quite grasp it, because you've got something else new now. You've got the Trim by 10, and it's completely unique. And how about this, Denise and Nikisha? There was something recently actually about a study of alcohol. It was actually a TV program, two twins, both given alcohol, different times, different amounts, but not a huge amount. And obviously, with us having just come back, it was actually a bank holiday also in the UK yesterday. So we both had holidays about the same time. And obviously around that time, people do drink a bit extra. Well, there was this program about the two twins. Everybody thinks that binge drinking, and the reason why I bring this up, because alcohol is a toxin. It is wonderfully relaxing, and I do like a glass of red wine, but the reality is all alcohol is actually a toxin, and it relates very much to all of us, because we've got in our Super 10 and our cell energy some of the most powerful natural antioxidants. Absolutely natural. Well, with this study, one took just literally 1 or 2 glasses of wine in the week. The other took several glasses of wine and 2 close together. But do you know, the person, the twin, and it's interesting that the study was done on twins, because then you're trying to iron out, genetic variations and other environmental influences, because they both had similar lives, that sort of thing. Now, obviously, it's a very small study, just a study on 2 twins, but even the doctors and the specialists were absolutely shocked at the findings, because even the person who drank gradually, just a reasonable amount, what we think is a reasonable amount, a couple of glasses, the inflammatory markers went up very, very, very significantly. They also did a study about people jogging in cities, driving in cities, just being a passive passenger in cities, that pollution is so high that the inflammatory markers are going up tremendously. And that relates not only to our sprays, but even to our Trim by 10, because what they found is that because people were getting extra toxins in their blood, the toxins actually were going through their digestive system, through the intestine. It's called a leaky gut, and some of the bacteria, the not good bacteria, was actually going from the gut through with the bloodstream through the digestive wall into the bloodstream and actually creating more toxins in the body, creating more inflammation, and it was a vicious cycle. And, you know, people have talked about, is leaky gut actually true or not true? Well, there's the evidence. It is true, basically. And we have Trim by 10. Trim by 10 is actually something, now we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent, but because it's got the prebiotics in it that can help the good gut bacteria and therefore try to increase the population of the good bacteria in your gut, which decreases the population of the bad bacteria, plus it has a lot of nutrition in it, which can help the immune system and many other factors in the body. So, you know, the combination of our sprays and this fantastic exclusive blend in our drink, don't underestimate it, folks. There's a lot more research that's coming out that's way, it's huge, and it's right up our street. It points to TEN, points to the sprays, it points to the drink. So it's all about vision. And, you know, you heard Nikisha and Denise so excited. They've got the vision. That's why. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said, if you want to build a ship, don't herd people together to collect the wood, and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. That is what Nikisha was describing to you folks. She was saying, you know, you don't have to sell this, you just share the vision. You share the benefit of what it can do for them. And you've got it in your hands, folks. So, you know, the Trim by 10 is out. So, you know, really go for it. Visionary leader Bert Nana said there is no more powerful engine driving an organization toward excellence and long-range success than an attractive, worthwhile, achievable vision for the future, widely shared. It's all about teamwork, basically. Lastly, Jack Nicklaus said in his story, achievement is largely the product of steadily raising one's levels of aspiration and expectation. And then each time one achieves one's goals, reward and raise the bar higher. So I know Denise and Nikisha are raising the bar high. Let's all go to it. Back to you, Denise.
That's right, Dr. So let's all go to a full speed ahead and says one, and we will make an impact in the world, around the world, within a few weeks versus longer. If we just all do it together at the same time, it makes a big difference. Well, Coach Nikisha Boyd, you got a final three again for the week. Dr. Pooh, thank you for those quotes. Family, don't forget to go to the Team Effort Network Facebook corporate page. It's called Team Effort Network. That is the name of the site. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Don't just, like it. It's okay to like. It's good to like. But write a comment and then share. The most important part is to share, because the more of us that are sharing it, the more of the word about Team Effort Network is getting out in the public eye. So click share and remember to write your information. Just attach your contact information so people can reach back to you. So don't worry about putting flyers together. Just take what's on the corporate page and share it and direct people back to you for follow-up. Don't forget to join the Spanish call. This morning, Spanish call is going to be on another 15 minutes. It starts at 9:10 a.m. Pacific. It's 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. If you have Spanish speaking guests, get them on the call and let them hear what's happening here in Team Effort Network. Be back with us again tomorrow morning as we continue to grow strong and to do good and to share the great news about Team Effort Network, healthy vitamin sprays, and our Trim by 10. Know this, family, you are loved. You are greatly appreciated. God bless you all and have a prosperous day on purpose. Yeah.